ElectraCast.
Welcome to the Congressional Record Daily Digest, where we bring you all the previous day's U.S. legislative proceedings in 4 minutes or less. In today's episode, we bring you the Congressional Record for June 30th, 2026.
The Senate did not meet on June 30th and remained adjourned until July 2nd. No bills were introduced, no votes were held, and no committee meetings took place. The House of Representatives, however, remained active by introducing 35 public bills and 14 resolutions covering a wide range of policy areas that will now move through the legislative process. One of the day's biggest developments involved defense and government funding. The House considered a procedural rule that would have allowed debate on the fiscal year 2027 National Defense Authorization Act, State Department appropriations, legislation to improve employment opportunities for Americans receiving disability insurance, and a resolution commemorating 1 year since the Working Families Tax Cuts became law. The rule failed by a vote of 198 to 224, delaying consideration of all 4 measures. This affects the Department of Defense, the Department of State, disability beneficiaries, and federal agencies awaiting next year's funding decisions. The House also voted on a resolution directing the President to remove United States Armed Forces from hostilities in Lebanon under the War Powers Resolution. That measure failed by a vote of 189 to 235, allowing current military operations to continue. In a rare display of bipartisan agreement, the House overwhelmingly approved a resolution directing the Committee on Ethics to preserve and publicly release records related to congressional monetary settlements involving acts of sexual harassment. The measure passed 420 to 0, increasing transparency and accountability within Congress. Lawmakers also designated the period through July 12th as a district work period, allowing representatives to return home to meet with constituents. Committee work remained busy throughout the day. Members held oversight hearings on the Office of Management and Budget, examined private equity's growing role in youth sports, reviewed technology and telecommunications policy, and discussed proposals aimed at strengthening American innovation and competitiveness. Committees also advanced numerous healthcare bills focused on Medicare transparency, prior authorization reform, senior access to care, community health centers, and combating dangerous illicit drugs. Additional hearings addressed financial services reforms, border security along the northern United States border, immigration policy, veterans' health care and benefits, Coast Guard modernization, federal tax policy affecting professional sports, and government transparency, including a hearing examining the Central Intelligence Agency's historical M-Culture program. Overall, while the Senate remained out of session, the House focused on oversight, advancing legislation through committees, and voting on key issues involving defense, military operations, congressional transparency, healthcare, veterans, border security, and federal spending. Those were the key activities of June 30th, 2026 in the U.S. Congress.
Subscribe to receive daily or rate and review so others can find us as well. Thanks for tuning into the Congressional Record Daily Digest. This has been an ElectraCast media production. Executive producers are Mark Netter and Peter Rafelson. Music by Peter Rafelson. Produced and edited by Nicholas Mrla.
ElectraCast.